a festival draws in so many people, and it has people come from all over the world just to see these acts the acts that you're bringing in. And really, it's an influx of people that are going to be coming into St. Louis to see, to invest and to do things here that normally we wouldn't have a chance to do. What does that mean that you guys are putting the, and I want you to answer this one. What does it mean that you guys are creating an influx of people here?
Well, I mean, like I had said earlier, I travel to go to shows. I like destinations, and I like, things to do and making plans. I think we're offering something where people can look at this from outside the region and say, this is a great idea. We should come see all these bands. To me, as we talked about bourbon and barbecue, I probably won't have bourbon and barbecue the whole festival. There's something for everybody. There's tacos, there's vegetarian food, there's, every drink you have possible. Those are two pillars we've hung our hat on, but everybody should know that you can come experience everything, as you would any other festival, around. So I just love making plans. Like, if you're like us, we look for things to do on the weekend. Some of us have kids, some of us don't. Some of us are single, going to find a date. Whatever it is, it's like,
that's not you though.
No, that's not me.
That's not me.
That's right. That's not you too.
But festivals are great gathering places. So with music, bourbon, and barbecue, we feel like we have three pillars that somebody can find something, and everybody can find something in this festival to love. I think music's the number one seller, but really, I think the food and beverage experiences around music festivals are making the good ones great. And the
Absolutely.
ones that, create retention and are able to grow, we're seeing other things and other experiences throughout the footprint other than the 2, 3, 4 stages that you see with music.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think, obviously we want this festival to speak to St. Louis. We want this to be something that St. Louisans can be proud of and stand behind and say, this is our festival. This is our evolution is kind of part of what our tagline is. But it's also important that we do focus some of our attention on outside of St. Louis, because part of what we're trying to do here is work closely with some of our key partners like Greater St. Louis Inc. and Explore St. Louis to try to bring people to town, because we all know this because we experience it every day. I mean, I've grown up with it. I'm born and raised here, so I know all about the zoo and the art museum and the history museum and the science center and all these great
incredible things
to do around. I take it kind of for granted. I admit it.
Same here.
But in this instance, it's very important that we promote those things, because it's a great opportunity on a summer weekend to get people from out of town, whether it's 100 miles outside of town or 300 miles outside of town or 500 miles outside of town, come to St. Louis, spend a weekend, have a good time going to a multi-day music festival, but also come experience some of the other great things that this city has to offer.
Absolutely.
Especially just right there in Forest Park.
In the greatest park in the world. And I wanted to ask you guys that, what made you guys say Forest Park is our destination? This is where we want to plant our flag at.
I think we knew it had to be in the city. We looked at a lot of different locations, I'm not going to name all of them, but it just felt right being in the city.
You don't want to name the ones that didn't make the cut?
Here's using second through fifth place, right? But it just felt right being in the city. As you said, the greatest park in the world, or whatever when you gave your intro, it's the crown jewel of St. Louis.
Absolutely.
It just feels right to be there as Greater St. Louis and some of our partners trying to recruit people here, getting companies to stay here, people to move here. It's time to celebrate the best things that we have and show everyone else, in the region or people from out of town that should come in and celebrate this. I also think St. Louis has a stigma for kind of doing the same thing over and over again, celebrating the same things, not moving the needle. You know, talent was is my department here for the festival. I want to move the needle. I want to bring acts here that haven't been here for a long time, introduce festival goers to new acts. The 3 o'clock bands are just as important as the headliners to me, because I really think a well-rounded bill that has different genres of music, things for everyone. I want people to look at the lineup and say, wow, our city's got that coming, like I do.